This is the Normal Nerds Podcast, where two very normal dudes talk about very nerdy stuff, and where else feel like talking about. I'm your host, Maxwell Strecia.
And I'm your host, who never thought 80 pounds of makeup could look so good, Davis Bates.
This episode, we're going to be going over the first episode of The Penguin. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the Normal Nerds Podcast. All right, Davis.
Yo!
We're going to be reviewing The Penguin.
Yeah!
A show no one wanted.
Yes, nobody wanted. This blew me out of the water. I don't know if it's partially because I never thought this show could be good that I'm like my expectations were down here and then they exceeded those easily. But I think it's just a good show, actually.
Well, yeah, we'll get into it. How good we think it is. It's just it was one of those things where it's I didn't think it might have been bad. I just thought it was going to be, because it's one of those shows, even if it was just okay, it's still, then it would have been bad.
Yeah, it's just the Penguin.
Yeah, it's just who really cares? Yeah. Batman was good, and he was good in it. It kind of seemed like he was his character really wasn't that important, but he was really good in it. And then they're like, we're going to make a show out of it, guys. And it's kind of like, what?
Yeah, just conceptually out of that, you're like, why? Why don't you just make a Batman show or something like that? Like, why would you do... And it's I remember when they announced it way back when this movie came out, and I was like, that's weird. Why?
I wonder if Colin Ferral also kind of pushed for it.
I feel like you have I don't know, but he's playing the role out of his fucking mind right now. Insane. So I think he might, in order to do that, you kind of have to be passionate about the role, right? So maybe he's pushing the hell out of it. Yeah.
Maybe he just felt like he did it so well, and he's like, I can keep doing this well.
He definitely can.
Yeah. As like, if you listen to the podcast, you would know we both are not awards people. Don't really care about them.
No.
Except for gold medals and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, it's Olympics. That's awards
that matter.
Yeah.
And the Lombardi Trophy, which hopefully that comes back home to Green Bay. But anyways, or Buffalo. The city would be nuts. Be better if it went back home. But,
Yeah, but, it's already been
as long as it doesn't go
to
Kansas City.
Well, yeah, fuck them.
Or Chicago.
Or Miami.
Or Detroit.
Or the Jets.
Yeah.
Or the Patriots.
Or the Vikings. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Or any team except...
yeah.
But anyways, I don't know. Oh, Colin Ferral should win an award for this.
It's not going to the Patriots. They suck. But
anyways, no. Colin Ferral should win an award for this.
Yes, I 100% agree.
Killing it.
I can't even tell it's him. It's not just because of the makeup. The way he's acting, he's you can't tell it's Colin Ferral. There's so many times that I just am watching and I forget, oh yeah, that's this...
Yeah.
Pause, relatively attractive man who doesn't look anything like this monster.
Who's also, Irish.
Yeah, exactly. He's playing this hard, New York, New Jersey type sort of person. It was killing me. I'm just how are you doing this so well? And, it makes me think, I work with, I've worked with people from, New York City and all that stuff. And they're, some of them have the accent and it's pretty thick. And I'm just like, damn, dude. You're killing it right now. Yeah, it sounds authentic.
He sounds great. It's one of those things where, I wonder how good it actually is. It is really good. First episode. It's all about the first episode. Yeah. We're gonna be reviewing it weekly because minus House of the Dragon, great show.
Yeah.
That was hard for us to review on my part because I was just behind on it, and it's so hard to catch up on the show because you can't really watch. It's The Penguin you can pay attention to and not pay attention to.
I agree with that. Yes.
House of the Dragon you have to pay attention.
Yeah, you gotta watch. You gotta watch for subtleties when people are saying and blah 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 blah.
But what was I gonna say though? It's just so nice to get a show that is well written with good acting and good characters that are developed already. That's the problem we've been having. We haven't just DEI garbage thrown in our face with
constantly
bad plots, the message, and just man. I'm not going to say the show is not going to do that. Could totally.
It's very possible.
Definitely not gonna, because IGN gave it a 5.
So that means it's a 10.
Yeah. Well, that just
8.
That means they don't have the message.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because IGN would have gave it 8 or 9.
IGN has terrible takes already. Yeah. What did they give? They gave this a 5, and they gave something else an 8 or a 9. She-Hulk, yeah. No, something more recent that's going to flop, and I can't remember what it was.
They gave Star Wars Outlaws.
It was Agatha. They gave Agatha an 8 or 9. Agatha's not going to go anywhere. No one's going to do that. No one's watching that show. No, so I'm very pumped to have this show around, because like you said, the characters are great, and the Batman, I guess they're the hardcore critics out there that I actually believe in. Didn't love the Batman. They thought it was okay. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie. I'd give it a 7 or a 7.5 for sure. And the world that they built out of it, it's classic. I mean, it's classic modern Gotham. It's just like it's pretty much just New York City, just a little more dirty than it is right now.
It's it's. I would say out of all the Batman movies, and I really think you got to remove the Tim Burton ones because they're going through a totally different aesthetic.
Yeah.
Of what they're, but out of like the Dark Knight ones, the Ben Affleck ones, and the Batman with Robert Pattinson. Out of all those three ones, this is the best Gotham by far.
I'd agree with that.
It's the most gritty, disgusting, awful.
Yeah.
Like I know in Dark Knight, I thought that was the best one, but then if you go back, you're like, oh, it's actually not as bad. It's more like the corruption is there and everything, but this one is just like
that city's got clean. This one is
disgusting,
horrible.
Which Gotham is the worst city probably in the DC universe.
Facts, yeah. And I know like they're doing like oh, the flooding just happened, so it's even worse than usual, blah, 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 and there's trash in the street. It's like, was the trash not there before, really? Gotham? You? So I thought, so the way they're just, like, setting it all up, like, the city design is fantastic. The people are great so far. Like, everyone is just miserable all the time.
Oh, yeah.
As you should be living in Gotham.
Oh, yeah, it's disgusting. Weirdly, so I know the Dark Knight trilogy was filmed in Chicago, majority.
That makes sense.
And I knew the parts of the Batman were also filmed in Chicago, which is like, if your city is constantly getting picked to be filmed for Gotham, that's not good. But a lot of it was filmed in England.
Really?
Yeah, Liverpool, England, Glasgow, Scotland, Shotts, Scotland. Never heard of that. No. I did not know that. I wonder why.
Cheaper? Maybe Colin Farrell didn't want to.
Maybe weather.
Maybe weather. Oh yeah, maybe weather's not a bad idea. Maybe Colin Farrell like has a house out there.
Talking about the Batman.
Oh, the Batman.
This is probably actually all filmed in the same location.
I mean, maybe Robert Pattinson, isn't he British?
Yeah, but like,
so maybe they wanted to live close to home. I don't know.
Fly anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. They can fly him out for this.
But I think that, and they showed the guy. I think something I didn't think I wanted, but I got it. Is the Penguin, like, you kind of get to see Gotham more.
Yeah.
Like the underbelly of Gotham more, and it's kind of nice.
Well, they're shooting it from like a perspective, like, this is just a mob movie, essentially, right?
Oh, yeah,
a mob show now.
I mean, that's all the Penguin is.
Exactly, yeah. And, like, but it's put in the context of Gotham. So, like, I think they have to, I agree with Nerdrotic when he was talking about this. You do have to mention the Batman a few times in this show, at least. Like,
have to,
because, like, that's the whole point. Like, he was saying, that's the whole point of Batman, like, the fear that he puts into the villains when he's not on screen. That's like what you kind of need. That's the whole point of him. So they got to connect to it that way. So it's not just a mob movie. Like, it has to show like this is a superhero world, but this is how the villains get around that half the time. This is how they normally operate.
Well, I wonder, because I know originally when the Batman came out, they originally planned on doing a trilogy.
Yes, not only doing 2 movies. Right?
And now I think they're only doing 2 movies because James Gunn has taken over the DCU. See how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm optimistic for it just because Suicide Squad 2 was good and Guardians of the Galaxies, everyone loves those movies.
Yeah. It's called Suicide Squad. I don't think it's Suicide Squad 2. I know they reused the Harley Quinn, but I think it's just Suicide Squad.
They just use the same name?
Yeah.
They didn't change the name?
It's just Suicide Squad and the same Harley Quinn, I think.
Well, there was Suicide Squad.
What are we talking about right now? So there's the terrible Suicide Squad.
Yeah, and then they just use...
It's just Suicide... It's not Suicide Squad 2.
Oh,
it's just
really?
Suicide Squad.
That's hilarious. Okay.
I think they blew up the old one. I'm not 100% sure on that because I kept the Harley Quinn. I don't know how it connects if it doesn't.
Good. But, anyways, he did a great job.
Like, I watched that movie. There's like no connection to the original.
Honestly, even though I love Batman so much, my favorite superhero by a mile, it's not even close. Like, and I love how dark and sinister Batman is in the comics and in the like cartoon shows. The one thing that DC has been annoying me, and this is like the Batman was good with this, but like every single DC movie that's ever come out in like the last like 12 years, minus the shit crap ones. Like Aquaman wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good.
The first Aquaman, I heard the second one was absolute trash.
Marshall is like, it's like they make them all so gritty and dark, and it's like we don't need this for every single DC movie. Like especially like I didn't hate Man of Steel. Obviously, Henry Cavill will be always my favorite Superman. This new guy does look good.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what he does.
But the Man of Steel was so dark, and I was like, it's Superman.
Yeah, it's like Metropolis should be like kind of bright.
Yeah,
that's like that was always
he's a paladin.
Exactly, in the comics and in the younger TV shows, like that was always the contrast. Like you got Metropolis over here, this super bright, clean, shiny city, and Superman's there, and everyone likes him. And then like a couple states over, it's the dirty, Gotham. Disgusting, literally dark all the time Gotham. Mm-hmm. So it's like. Yeah, I don't. We can get away from the grittiness a little bit. I'm getting dark. Gotham's just dark, but like I don't know, the gritty, like you can sort of like, can't really see it that much. Like
I can't remember.
I'm going making it like look terrible. It's a little more like closer to cartoony. Like
So one of the reasons I decided to actually watch this because like Nerderotic, go watch his videos. He's great.
Trust that guy.
Reviewed it. Do not trust his opinions on the prequels. He's wrong on that.
100%.
100% wrong.
100%.
But and he said it was actually good, and I was like, oh wow, really? Is that actually good? And I watch it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is really good. I think Critical Drinker mentioned it. It was like, for Batman, they keep doing this. They keep just making it for adults, which is fine with me.
Yeah.
Because Batman comes close to killing people, but like, it'd be nice if there was a little bit of a bridge.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that. It'd be something like that. Like once again, I think we got a Batman TV show that like they could do something like that then.
Yeah.
Like
I just don't want them to do. I'm fine with them doing the Batman. I just want when this DCU comes out, just hold off on Batman for a little bit.
Yeah.
Even though he's technically the reason Justice League is or whatever. I think they're not doing that, which is fine. It's fine.
That's okay.
Technically the reason, but it's just like, what we've had, like 1, 2, 3 Batmans in the 2000s.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
It's like how many more Batmans do we need?
Yeah, we have a different one every like couple of years.
This show.
The Penguin. Yeah.
Not only is he a great actor,
Yes.
I just had her name.
I really like her. The one that's playing Falcone's daughter.
Yeah, Sophia Falcone. Yeah. Christine Milioti or whatever.
She's a great actress. I like her in a lot of stuff.
She is already like, I was like, this is a great character.
I know. Yeah.
And I love that they made her like Sophia Falcone. Kind of looks like she's kind of big.
Is she?
Yeah, she's got like a bigger person.
Bigger person.
Yeah, because like Falcone's like actually a bigger dude.
Okay.
They just made him smaller in the thing.
Got it. Okay.
Which I'm glad they didn't do that because it would have looked weird.
Yeah. They swapped out his actor too.
They did. Yeah. So he must be still alive.
No, that's really possible. Yeah.
Because there's no way they would have got Mark Strong.
Why wouldn't they just reuse the
for
footage?
A picture?
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is she'll probably get the headgear eventually, but like the way she's playing someone who's insane but also smart and calm. Yeah, I'm just like, she's the whole. First of all, rough scene when he's getting tortured.
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah,
that was pretty bad. But her monologue was sick.
Oh, it was so good.
Like this whole Arkham bit and all that stuff. I was like, from the moment where she like. So that scene is amazing. I'll come back to it. But the moment she walked on screen, I was like, she comes in the background, and you told me that she's like an interesting character beforehand because you watched it first. And I saw her, it's like, all right, let's see what this girl can do. And then just like, I don't know. It was the subtle line when he was like, oh, I thought you were still like, and she's like, in Arkham?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, shit. Crap. This is going to be something. And I was like, after that, pretty much every scene she was in, I was like, oh, more of this. This is awesome. Because you're kind of scared of her the entire time.
Oh,
like,
100%.
I'm like, obviously, everyone here is bad. I am kind of rooting for the Penguin in this show. If the Batman comes out on the screen, obviously I'm rooting for the Batman. But in the context of the story right now, I'm rooting for the Penguin a bit. And every time she's on screen, I'm not sure if she's going to shoot him in the restaurant or just stab him or let him go. Like, I don't know what she's going to do.
And that's all on the actress. Like, she is just, dude, I haven't seen her too much. I know she was in How I Met Your Mother.
She was in, and she did this Palm Springs show with, movie with
Andy Samberg.
It was a Groundhog Day situation.
Yeah, I remember that. And I've seen her, and I was like, but everything I've seen her in was that in How I Met Your Mother. I think I saw it. She just plays this like bubbly kind of fun character, you know, blah, blah. So when she got cast for this, I was like, that was another thing. I was just like, really? All right. Well, I don't know. What is this show? I don't know what's going on with this show. And like you said, that she comes in the Arkham line, and then she's like, "Where's my brother?" And she's just like, she has this energy about her, and I'm like, her outfit when the torture scene with her hair and I was like, ugh, I'd be scared. And and I don't know if they only cast her specifically. She's nailing the acting, but she has big eyes, and that's just like adding to it. Like, I don't know.
Like, she got crazy eyes.
Her scream at the end was so good
awesome,
too.
Yeah.
Like,
that was really, really good.
And I love how, yes, obviously, like the Penguin is like the quote unquote protagonist. He's not a protagonist. He's an evil, horrible person. But I like how like you are like semi supposed to root for him, even though we hate rooting for villains. Mm-hmm. But I like how he's not good.
No. He's really bad.
Yeah.
Like, he kills a guy in the first like 5 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
Like,
hilariously.
I was like when it started, I was like, I don't know. That's one of those moments where I was like, when it started, it was like, oh, this is really just an offshoot of the Batman. That was a pretty serious movie. So like, I get it. I get the way they're going. Like, and it's going to be one of those movies where it's like, he's going to like, you know, connive and scheme and take the hits and all that stuff so you can climb to the top and eventually betray all these people. And then he just shoots the guy right in the fucking like chest 8 times. I was like, oh, this is different. I like this right now. This is pretty great.
That was great. Yeah. And then there's the scene with the kid when she's like, are you saying he's a liar? First of all, that scene is great because usually that scene would last about like 8 minutes of them yelling back and forth and feeling like the weight of the characters. Like, do I lie and let this kid die?
Yeah.
That scene lasted like 3 questions back and forth. Like, are you saying he's a liar? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, are you? And he's like, yeah. She's like, pfft, and then just shoots him. I was like, he's just like, and I was like, that was great. That is awesome. How that would have gone down. Yeah, because neither of those people care about life.
No, not a single one. They're mobsters. That's why I like what they're casting it as. Like, I know we got a glimpse, a snapshot of what the Penguin wants to see himself as one day. That like that mobster that everyone likes, but still a mobster.
Yeah,
and like. I doubt he can get that, but I do enjoy the aspect of like he's helping this Vic kid, the downtrodden, but he's still an absolute piece of shit.
Oh yeah,
like he was like, kill that kid, kill him now. Yeah. I'm happy with that, kill him.
And then also I love the chase scene, and then when he's like wrestling with the guy in the car and then stabs him with the thing, which good call back because he pointed it out earlier. He's like, you like that smell? And it's actually the air freshener they use. It was pretty cool. But I did love the guy. The school bus stopping. It's just like, I'm like, this is Gotham.
Yep, that really is. It really is.
Just a dead guy on the ground.
And I was like, okay, oh shucks, so darn.
This is Gotham.
What I really, it's very fun to see a character that like, the Penguin has badass moments in this show right now, this first episode, but like, you still remember, he's just a regular dude willing to connive and do whatever. Like, for the most part, you're not really ever going to see your protagonist hop into the trunk of the car to hide and try and pull some fast one on these mobsters. He's got no shame. He doesn't care. Yeah, I'm going to survive this. I'm getting out of here and going to hide in the trunk fast.
I did like that.
That was smart. And it was smart. He's not a dumb guy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the Penguin definitely is smart. Like, and I guess like, I think about it. I guess like he is like one of the best characters to make a TV show out of because it is just a mob story.
Yeah.
And like, honestly, there was a while where we were getting so much mob stuff.
Yes.
And it's been a long time since we've actually gotten like a good mob thing.
I'd say that. I can't remember the last one. It's been a hot
second. It was The Irishman, I think, which was like, that was a while ago. That movie was like 4 hours long.
Yeah, that was long. I fell asleep midway through that.
I barely remember it.
Yeah, it's whatever.
It's
kind of sad.
Actually, stop CGIing. Just hire young actors.
I don't know why we got away from that.
And they don't need to look like them.
I know. That's what we can tell. We can figure it out. Yeah. Give them a moniker or something that we can figure out.
I like how we can have like different races portraying different, like Superman could be like Hispanic or something, and everyone's like, well, it doesn't matter because like it's just the character, but like we have to CGI younger people. It's like, we understand how characters work.
Yeah, we get it, guys. We understand storytelling. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. So it's cool. It's cool what they're doing. Speaking of like not CGIing stuff, all the makeup he has on and the prosthetic and that foot shot was like crazy. I don't know, just add so much more depth to his character. It's like, oh, now we know why you're hobbling. It's because you have a horribly gross foot.
Gross.
So gross.
The scene with his mom is also awesome.
Yeah,
too,
that was really going.
Where he's like the way they're yelling back and forth, and then she's just like, she's nuts, but then she like leans into him like, what did you do? And I like how they told her and everything. I did like when she freaked out. I wish they added it in. It would have been funny.
I know.
When she freaked out, she's like, there's an intruder and he's black. That would have been funny. Because that's probably what she would have thought.
That's probably what she's thinking.
That's what she would have thought.
Probably what she would have. Yeah. She's that old kind of Gotham.
She's like old Long Islander who's like only been around white people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, but I did the scene with his mom was different because like it just like it gives you another little snapshot of like how he got to be so hard and like messed up as he is to be a mobster like this. Like it's because his mom was like, yeah, beat up the other kids, do it, I dare you. Crazy to see. Like I think he has there was 2 Willer brothers in those pictures, so I'm interested to see how that all happened.
That is interesting
because they're probably dead.
Definitely dead.
I would love to see how that all goes.
Yeah.
This is gonna be. I'm digging the Vic kid too.
Oh, Vic is a great character.
I'm excited to see him grow.
Such a weird funny, like they're trying to steal his rims, which I do agree with. The Penguin he's like, yeah, I think bigger than that. Yeah, I was like, in Gotham, that's what they're doing, stealing rims.
I know, yeah.
I was like, dude, there's like arch villains out here.
Yeah. Also, if the Batman just happens to be passing by, you really want to get your spine snapped for stealing rims.
Also, what dumb idiots see a plum sparkling Maserati and go, let's in the middle of nowhere by itself, let's steal the rims off this because this does not belong to some crazy maniac arch villain.
I know.
Like, they're out there. Yeah. You got a woman who moves things with vines. A woman dresses like a cat. You got a guy who wears a question mark running around. You got a guy who cares about the dates. If I saw a car of any color, I'd be like, I'm getting away with it.
Especially parked in like the slum area, just out in the middle of nowhere. You know that person is like not afraid this car is not going to be here when they get back for a reason.
Exactly.
You know, what are you doing?
Yeah, and there's
and
just
they found out
Gotham, the darkest, dreariest, gray and black city there is. If anything has color, move away from it.
Yeah.
Don't go near anything that is like purple, blue, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
you don't want to stand out in that city.
Yeah, dude, a purple thing. I guess maybe the Joker's not around yet. No. Technically he is.
He's in Arkham, but like, what did he get in Arkham?
He's probably like,
he maybe did something. I don't know.
Because Batman, I can't remember what point they were with that, where Batman was at his life at this point. Regardless,
2 years.
Oh, then the Joker's definitely around.
Oh, okay,
Joker's definitely around.
Okay.
But I don't know. Really great show. We're gonna continues to review it. I love the ending because the whole thing with Maroni giving him the ring and then cutting the ring off the finger.
It was a genius plan. I was like, whoa.
Smart.
No, overall, I'm really pumped to see how the show goes, and like if they keep like the aspect they're going, like it's very serious and real and all that stuff. But I don't know. I got just some of the like the lines they're using. I get very comic-esque vibes off of it. Like there was one line I loved it. I think it was my favorite line in the episode. It was like, he's still looking at Vic, and it's like, all right, we're in this together. You're going to help me out. And if you don't, I'm going to kill you and everyone you love. It's like, I just feel like it's coming out of a comic book right there. So it's like, he does this all the time. So
that's great.
Why not? So I love the character design. I love what they're doing with the story. This is only the first episode, and I'm like gushing over this already. Maybe because I'm starved for content half the time.
I think that's one of the things why, like, like, if you're listening to this episode, like, you've seen pretty much like everyone who's reviewed it we're all like, whoa, I did not see this coming.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like we thought it was like any other Disney crap, like where like they're just like keep putting out content for no reason, blah blah. Like here comes Agatha, here comes Acolyte, here comes all this other nonsense. Here's a show, and they didn't advertise it like at all.
It just dropped,
And I think maybe they just knew. Because they didn't really advertise House of Dragon really too much either, but like maybe HBO just knew that they were like, this is good.
This is good. Yeah. Maybe it was like I was talking about what we were talking about the other day. I think it must be a rare time in Hollywood right now that like if you have something good and you can get it through, it's gonna shine more than anything.
Oh yeah,
else
we were
out
talking
there.
about that. Yeah.
Because like think about all the crap that they have been putting out lately that is like everyone hates. Like I know, yes, you have your shining stars like Deadpool and Wolverine, which took. I think, some of the people review it, they made some good points. I like that movie, but making some points that, like, it took 2 superstar actors and 1 million member berries to make that movie really good. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you have your shining stars, but for the most part, everything that's coming out is just not that good.
And also Deadpool Wolverine, very, very good and everything like that. That was just like a fun ride.
Yeah, it really was.
But it's been a minute since we had, like, good acting, good writing. House of Dragon, once again, I'm not saying House of Dragon exists. That's very good.
Yeah. It's such small, far routine stuff.
I know this show isn't technically original because it is using a already established comic book character that's been around. But it is, and it's using mob stuff, but it is original in the concept of like, I mean, it's who would have picked the Penguin?
I know
to do a mob show. Like it's just like it's a bunch of things I just would never saw it. It's all right now working really well together. I don't know why IGN gave it a 5 overall.
IGN has terrible takes,
but so that's what gives me hope that it's going to be really good. Once again, it's got 8 episodes. We'll see how it goes. It could get bad.
It could easily get bad. The next episode could be woke as all get out and be horrible somehow.
But it also, if it's just literally like him doing mob stuff and like the story progressing and like back and forth with him and Sophia, like just like in the story progresses, and you hear a little bit about Batman, maybe Vic getting more of like substantial role and all this kind of stuff, and then him becoming a bigger character, like in the role in the city of Gotham. If that's literally the entire show, I'm here for it.
Yeah,
like
right.
I can watch him act as like his acting is great. Those two just sitting and talking is a great scene.
I know.
Her and him just sitting and talking. I was like,
I know. And they got amazing actors in this too. Like even the guy playing Maroni.
Yeah, he's good.
I can't remember what his name is. He's voice act everything that we've ever watched pretty much. But he's spectacular too as a character. So it's like I'm really excited to see all this.
Literally every character I like him and Vic.
Oh, that's great.
What a great combo.
It's great. It's so much fun.
I kind of like how Vic also is kind of like not good either.
No, Vic he's in Gotham.
Yeah.
He's literally just like, he was Gotham. He was pretty much a gangbanger before this. And he's literally just looking for a way to move up in the world at this point. Through crime.
There is one thing I do demand.
Okay.
He better get called the Penguin once.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
If they don't call him the Penguin once, I'm gonna be so mad.
Yeah.
It won't ruin the show for me, but I'm like, why? I hate when they do this in some superhero things, like they won't use their names.
I know.
It's
like, what you mean.
I know it sounds silly, like, you know, because a lot of Batman villains are just absolutely silly. I mean, the main villain is a Joker, but like, it's just like, but that's his name. I think it's the show name.
Yeah, I think they will because they named it the show after him. Like, if they didn't want to use the name ever, they'd call it like Oz or Oswald or whatever the hell they're how they're bastardizing his name right now. But like, I think they will use it. Maybe not this season, but maybe next season possibly. If they like, you know, maybe this season, but if not, then probably next season, right? Because then he has to be.
I don't know if there is going to be next season.
Oh, they only do one. I mean, if it's only a one shot, then they got to use it this season. Then yeah, I agree with that.
I do like it that it's the same universe. It's like, what do you got to do with the movie name? The Batman. What about the show name? The Penguin.
Yeah,
we're just going to stick right on the nose with these ones.
Let's not get creative at all.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we'll see how it goes. I don't really want to rate it yet.
No, let's not. Let's wait till the show is done or till we give up on it.
But I will say, watching this episode was like the most excitement I've had watching an hour-long TV show in a minute.
I agree with that. Yep, facts. Yeah,
in a minute. Like I was like laughing and like some of the shit he was doing. It's like awful. But like when they shot that kid, I went,
yeah,
because that's like what they would do.
Yeah, 100%. Just evil mobsters all through and through.
You're right. I hope. It might end. They might have this connect into the next Batman movie, and Batman might show up at the end, which would be
awesome.
Obviously, if Batman just walked in, I'd literally be like,
yeah, I'd be pumped. I'd be so pumped.
I'd be pulling the Donald Trump, like, well, I'm gonna kill him.
I'm gonna kill him.
But very good. We'll probably review this weekly. Hopefully, it doesn't get bad.
Yeah,
if those actors do exactly what they did, and the story just progresses the way it does, it's gonna be an 8 easily.
Hands down an 8. Yes.
Thank you, Normal Nerd Nation, for listening and maybe even watching another podcast episode. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, and Instagram. Davis is always posting hilarious memes on there.
Also, like and subscribe while you're at it, and leave a rating if you have some time. It helps people find the show.